Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, everyone. As you can see, we're leveling up, and I took a little bit of a time off YouTube because of some personal commitments, etc. However, all of my followers all around the world, wherever they are, welcome back. So, what I was doing was like there were some personal things as well as I was just doing a little bit of practicing, improving my game, and doing so. The first thing was that I actually went ahead and invested some of the credits of the game into a vehicle, which is actually right in front of you guys. So it's not your usual McLaren, Ferrari, Porsche, Bugatti, etc. We are stepping up and we're getting into proper prototype GR racing now. And this is the first race of those kind of series. Although these videos are going to be longer than usual, but this will be like extreme racing now. So rather than just like, plain random races in big or small cars, from now, what I'll do is I'll start off with this lovely R18 2017 hybrid race car, which actually won Le Mans and has won countless World Series endurance 24-hour races as well. So let's hope you guys will like it. And I'm going to get into this car. And I know you guys know that this is all for a good cause. The car's down in the parking lot of the racetrack. I'm going to get into it. And we'll start talking about how my experience went with a proper race car. So here we go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello guys, this is today going to be our first prototype GR racing at the Daytona Oval, and we picked up an Audi R18 hybrid, which we've just purchased, and I've shown you some of the cinematic videos of this vehicle. It's currently tuned down to 506 bhp with 881 performance points. The reason why the bhp is low is because it's a very light car, and it's a proper race car, Le Mans stripe race car, which we are going to race with. And well, it's my first ever experience in a proper race car now, and I'm not really sure how am I going to perform in this. We have applied the BUR1 livery, and first of all, I would just like to say that apologies for a little break that I took. So I'm just gonna try and have a look if we can create any sort of like advantage to ourselves, so that we can beat other vehicles. And without further ado, I'm just gonna shut up, put myself onto mute for the entirety of the race. And it's a 10-lap race. And as you can see, our car is the Audi R18 2016 down at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. It's got red alloy wheels and the matte black K2 special paint applied to this car. So here we are, and I'm not going to bore you much. Going to get into the car, and I hope you guys enjoy. Woo! I thought I'll just let you listen to me, because it's my first ever racing car experience, closer and closer to Formula One. But you see, it's like so hard. You have to be in the airstream of the vehicle in the front, otherwise there's no chance that you can get closer to them. So you creep up to them, right next to them, and then once you're right behind the car in the front, I think
is a new version. Oh, this, you see, you have to make split second, in fact even sub-second decisions to overtake. So you know, it's not as easy as driving as a little car on the road basically. So I'm glad that we get into a point where we are now getting to race car territory now. So there's going to be a penalty because I have literally nipped the rear of one of the cars. Oh, this is one of the toughest corners. So in the next time when we hit a checkpoint, we're going to have a penalty for 1 second. We are on 16 out of 20 already. So I'm not going to talk much. This is literally for the race car drivers now. There we go. See, it slowed down for a bit. We had the penalty, and I'm going to try my best for the rest of the 9 laps. I don't make any mistake anymore. We have got some Vision GT cars in this. This is basically Group 1 racing. So this is like, apart from Formula 1 racing in Gran Turismo, this is the top class racing now that we've just entered. The reason why I was away from YouTube for a little while was because I was really practicing on how to drive race cars now, and soon we will be able to be taking part into proper top-end racing now, because you know, the child play is now over. As you can see, now this is you know, the VR is playing up a bit because there's hardly any room to maneuver within this cockpit, because this cockpit is too tight. Look at the Vision GT Bugatti in front of me. This is how you overtake other cars in this, and you have to be really precise. See, there's no chance of error in these races. So I've got another half a second penalty because I just slipped onto the grass for a little while. So I have to be really precise now, and from now onward, see, there was a half a second penalty there, and I have to keep an eye on my rear view camera and the mirrors. And we're nearly half the way off the grid. See, all of these cars are like race cars now, and Vision GT prototypes. See, I got off, and I'm gonna get another penalty now because of this. There's no chance of error in these races. It's like you know what Mark Webber races in, or all of the Formula 1 guys who are retired, they race in this category. So you have to be as good as them basically, to be honest. There's no braking. Braking is very minimal, and we are number 11 out of 20, nearly half the way through the grid. And you have to really know the track that you're racing on to be able to compete with these races. So I'm going to shut up for a little while. I'll let all of the proper race car drivers enjoy this race. It's basically messing up with the big boys. And this is, on this particular track, no matter how hard I try, I do get off the track slightly, and I always get a penalty, so I have to avoid this as much as I can. We are on lap number 3 out of 10, and we're still number 11 out of 20. So as you can see, you hardly get any chance to have a look at what speed you're going. You concentrate exactly where you are on the track at every split second of the race. So far we're doing okay, and I don't know how the real race car drivers do without these racing line aid and where to brake, because they must do so much simulation driving before they actually get onto the racetrack to be able to race in these conditions. If within the VR headset, if I was able to show you, my head is like sweating like crazy. Oh, a little bit of brake and you see how far the guy in the front gets. And I had to do it not to be able to hit him and get a penalty. In front of us is like a Porsche, I think. From the way this car looks, it looks like a Porsche. Oh, see? It's very tough. It's not. Oh, it's the SRT. It's a Dodge SRT Vision GT. And I'm gonna have. And now I'm number 7 onto the grid. I've got another 6 cars in front of me. And this is extreme racing right now. And as you can see, I'm on lap number 4. No chance of error. And I think I can hit the apex, the curb, and then, you know, I'm getting used to this track now, and I'm not really sure how much fuel I have left in this car. And I think as much hard work as I'm doing to be able to compete in this race, and I'm getting used to this track a little bit now, I will really show you the replay of this as well, because this is not child's play anymore. I don't know how much life I've got left in my tires. I think I just had a look at my what do you call it, fuel. So I have one or two more laps left. I think after this one more lap, I'll have to keep an eye on where the pit stop is, and I have to refuel. I think the tires are okay, but I have to refuel for a 10-lap race, and I'm at number 6. So it's getting tough. Is all what I'm gonna say. This is not one of the toughest laps as well. Oh, and I've never done a pit stop on this lap, so that's gonna be like something really new for me as well. All of the 5 cars in front of me, I can see. So I guess I'll have to keep an eye for the pit stop now. Is it here? Is the pit stop here somewhere? I'm not sure. This is tough. This is really tough. I wasn't expecting it to get like this tough all of a sudden. But you know, I've been practicing. I'm saying all of a sudden, but I've practiced quite a lot. Keeping an eye on my fuel. And I don't really need to get another position because I've got another half a race left. So I'm gonna go back into the pit stops here. The pit is literally here somewhere. Oh, so you can't even get. Oh, look at this. Whoa, this is tough. This is not easy. So you can only get off. So here's the pit stop. Here's the pit stop. So once I get onto the pit stop, I get refueled. I'm gonna change the tires. I mean, on the next lap, a lot of other contestants would have to pit in as well. So I don't think so I can win this, but this was just to be able to show you guys what is a proper racing like. And I've got another 4 laps, so I'm not gonna worry about pitting. I'm number last. The guy coming in, at least I will make some positions. I will have to keep an eye. Yes, now some of the other guys are gonna pit. So the best I will be able to do is, I think, number 5 or number 6 or maybe number 7 in this race. But this is how real prototype racing is. And I wanted to give you a bit of a taste of it, and show you guys that, you know, we are now getting into the big boys now. We are getting into the prototype races. The fact that I'm surprised is that it's a right-hand drive, because I've got more actually some center-hand driven car. I'm gonna shut up now, because so far I've only got one person behind me. I did touch number 6, as you can see, so it's more than just your driving skills required. It's the management of your car within every race that really matters as well now. Ooh. And you know, it's not just like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, this is bad. This is and I'm gonna get a penalty as well, I think. We took too much time into the pits because I didn't really need to change the tires, and I chose to replace the tires as well. So it's the first ever experience of actual prototype racing, guys. I hope you guys are gonna like this. It's another, I don't know how many laps are left now, because it's very difficult. It's another 4 laps left. Very tough, very tough. So I'm number 16. And all of the rest of the grid has moved on. And that was just because of the mistake that I made of changing the tires when I didn't need to change the tires. So this is what happens, guys. This will come with experience. And I think I will have to do... you see, we're fastest so far. So our driving is not an issue. The driving is the management of the vehicle within the race as a prototype racer. That is the problem. It's not a problem, it will come with experience. Oh, sorry. See, you have very less room to maneuver within the cockpit. And I guess I can drive better without the VR headset. However, to give you guys a proper feel of a race car, I have to have the VR on. We are going to touch on lap number 8 in a little while. And you see now, you see how bad I was in the previous lap? So you have to really get into the rhythm of the race on every single lap to be able to compete with these prototype races. I think so some more races might pit in, so we might get maybe 1 or 2 more positions, but that's about it. And the reason was that I changed the tires as well when I didn't need to. I should have just refueled, and that should have been good enough for me. But I think it'll come with experience. This is our first prototype racer and a first prototype race. In the comments, could you please let me know what flags can you identify? I'm gonna go past this turn every time. So please, all of my followers, I urge you to comment below to tell me what flags you see on that curve or on that turn. We're getting better every corner. We're getting better. We're getting back into the rhythm. Although we're number 15, so it's not just your talent. It's your vehicle management that really matters as well in these prototype races. You can have the best times, you can be the fastest, but it doesn't mean that you can win the race. It came to this point now. Come on, Mr. Italia! As you can see, in the last a lot of laps, I haven't had any issues in terms of having any penalties. And we are constantly gaining positions. As I said, we might be able to reach where we left when we went into the pit stops. So, you know, I'm very chuffed and I'm very satisfied with my result of my first prototype race. Especially with the VR, because VR still again is not as good as being within the car, because I literally do not have any room to maneuver. As soon as I get out, you see, I start getting like a blank on my screen. So it's actually harder than being actually within a real racer. And I'm keeping an eye on my performance. We are on the second last lap of this race, and we're doing very well. Persistence pays off, guys. Persistence definitely pays off. I will surely put the replay of this as well. It's going to be a long video, guys. So this is now for proper race car drivers, not even like, you know, street races, or not even like, you know, normal races. This is for proper prototype races now. Because being me who and whoever I am, I have to do everything to the point where it starts getting proper serious. You know, it's not just having an M4, an M5, or like a Porsche or something on a motorway and showing you how well can I drive. This is like racing now. If someone is into proper, see the it's now gone in the evening. The flags have gone a bit darker, guys, and I'm just telling this guy that I'm approaching him to overtake him. Guys from Brazil, come on, it's my turn. Battle Roger, it's a new player in town, bro. Respect the new player in town. Oh, see, I could have just easily hit him, and this guy's like right on my tail. You don't get any chance of any error anymore. And I can only respect all of the Formula One drivers. I can only respect all of the prototype race car drivers. That yes, it takes a heart and a half and a skill and a half to be able to compete with such races. This is not your average McLaren F1 driving on a racetrack now. This is proper racing. This is racing. You know, as you might have seen, I did have bad times as well in this race, but it's about not giving up, guys. It's about just carrying on. It's my final lap. I've had the fastest laps, and I'm on number 7, which is not the best that I've been in this race so far. But appreciate you guys hanging with me, and here we are, number 7. I hope you guys must have loved and liked how we did in this race. Ended up being number 7, and I think the dividends probably are not going to be as much as hard work there was into getting into this race. But yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy the lovely replay, which I'm going to show you. And I have seen, only got 36,000 credits, where I spent more than 1,000,000 credits on this car. So I'm just gonna leave you guys with it. Let you guys enjoy this lovely, lovely replay of this amazing first time driving marathon completed. I got a little present as well. I hope you guys are gonna like it. Here's the thumbnail of our prototype Audi R18 with the BUR1 livery, and I'll let you guys enjoy the lovely replay. Here we go.
At this point, I would really like to mention that in this particular this track or this race track, the pit was a big mistake that I did. It took the longest ever time, and I shouldn't have changed the tires and refueled. I should have just refueled myself, and that should have been okay for me. But you learn with experience, you know. Also, as I mentioned, please do let me know about what flags do you see in the comments. I would really, really be interested to know. You can pause the video, check the flags up while I'm driving. What country's flags do you see on this Daytona lap? As soon as I do, I'm driving and there's like a lot of countries' flags in front of it. So do tell me what country's flags do you see? Thank you. Obviously, USA flag would be there because it is in Daytona and it's a beautiful, beautiful racetrack. But there's other countries' flags as well. So I'd be really, really interested to see how many flags can you spot. Here's a lovely Bugatti Vision GT, which is the prototype that came out before the Chiron, which is the iconic 16 cylinder, as you can see in front of it. W16, 1500 bhp, quad turbo, and I don't know, it's got like 10 or 12 radiators on it. It's a beast of a car as well. And I'm really, really chuffed at my driving that I've beaten this car on a racetrack. So look at this, how pretty this vehicle is. Here we have the McLaren Vision GT, which is also a very pretty car. I have raced this car in the previous Gran Turismo on PS4. It's my first time having a look at it within Gran Turismo 7 on PS5. It's a very pretty looking car as well. Here we have a SRT Vision GT, the souped up version of, or race car version of the most powerful, unrealistically powerful 2500 bhp, which we have driven on this channel before. It's going into the pit stops. I just wanted to show how beautiful this car is as well. He's coming in for the pits now. Just going to show you this car once it comes in for the pits, and then I'm going to move on to another car. Just look at the lines and the angles of this vehicle. And this is the race car version of the Vision GT, which we have driven previously on insane speeds actually. We have a Peugeot Vision GT here right in front of us. Number 8 is a race car. I think it's a Mercedes race car. It's very iconic AEG Mercedes, uh, which is silver and green. I think it's the same livery. They have Petronas livery, or it doesn't say Petronas anywhere, but Petronas is also silver and green, sometimes black as well. It's the Lewis Hamilton livery within Formula One. It's one of the older cars, but this is very iconic race car for Mercedes as well. And here we are, our lovely, lovely Audi R18 2017 hybrid in BUR1 livery with red alloys and matte black K2 paint, which is a little bit rough on the edges because, me being as realistic as I can in terms of heavy race. Look at this driving. And I'm going to jump on in the last lap, I think, so that, you guys enjoy as I go past the checkered flag on the position that we came in, number 7. The fact that just on the last few laps I gained about few positions was really good driving, and I will in near future share more mad driving. Look at my overtaking. Here's the Petronas Mercedes race car, yeah? And this is me approaching. This just going back onto the airstream, right approaching right behind the race car, and then just like going sideways and overtaking it. This is a skill which I've actually gained over time whilst racing. So always do remember, whoever's into racing, it's best to just stay behind the car in the front as you approach it, and especially on a racetrack, do not try it. I would strongly advise, do not try it on the road. This is specifically for the racetrack. Go behind the airstream of the car. As soon as you approach it, go right up to the car, and then just like have a look at what I do right now. So this is the car in front of me. So I'm right behind that car, and it's straight away as I reach behind this McLaren Vision GT, I just go sideways and overtake this vehicle. Ending up on being number 7, and I think nearly this is probably the close to the end of this race. I hope you guys have loved this. There's the checkered flag. I hope you guys have liked this race. Please like, subscribe, share, comment me how many flags you see and what flags those are, so that I'll see how much of you do interact with us. Secondly, any money that we raise up until 24th November 2024 will go to a good cause, and I've been repeatedly mentioning about the cause on this channel again and again. I hope you guys appreciate our efforts, and see you guys soon in the next race. Take care. Adios.